Well, we got a long walk ahead of us, guys, and I hope you guys are here for the journey. Welcome to Horror Research 30. How's it going, gentlemen?
Good.
Good. How's it going, man?
How you doing?
Doing
What's
pretty
happening?
good. Doing pretty good. As you can see, as they said in the movie, The Four Musketeers.
Mm.
Before we even get started, my question to you is, how long would you have lasted in this?
The time it would take me to get from here to my chair upstairs.
Yep.
I'm getting that out of the way right now. I'm not expecting to ever even
Nope.
get past like a mile.
Nope. Not even a block.
I think I could go top 2, top 3.
Miles? Or
No. I think I could figure out enough will after the first like 20 miles to get to like 50, 60, and then figure out from there how to keep going, especially the way everybody was bouncing off each other.
I'll fucking combust, man. My knees will fucking be so fucking hot. Just catch my kneecaps on fire.
damn. I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea. But I'll say a few. I think I could do a few miles. I don't know how many a few miles are, but I feel like I could maybe 5, 6. I'll say 10 to 15. And then that's it.
Well, actually, let me ask you this. So, in your hypothetical
I
situation,
don't know.
are we a part of this world for a while? Like we weren't there for the beginning of the long walk or anything. Is it like we're going into this and it's been years and years later? Because I feel like in a world like that, we'd always be prepped to be in good shape.
True.
That's very true. That is very true.
But if
Which
it's like
everybody
straight
there
up
was
just beginning,
yeah, all them kids, all the dudes were all fairly fit. There wasn't really anybody overweight or anything.
That's true. And like
As
he said, like
severity
Mick said,
goes.
they're pretty much prepping for it for however long they're prepping for it. It's prepping for it as much as they can, at least.
Yeah.
So I guess with that saying, I don't know how long, but the shape I'm in now, I don't know. It's because it's one of those, you know what it is? Because it's one of those things where, like, say if I'm out and about and doing shit, or like how we'd be all over the place at the track, Chris, you don't really think about how much you're walking.
Yeah.
But if it's like you have to walk at this pace without slowing down, without stopping, or you get the ticket after 3 warnings. And the ticket is something you don't want. Shit, man.
because you can't say
See, they knew about this. But they knew about this the game and they sign up anyways.
well,
fucking crazy.
yes, but not so much. You have to remember this is set down the line. This long walk, it's been a dystopian sort of dictatorship in America for a long time. So you got to figure these kids probably grew up with it, and this is treated like a source of entertainment. That's why they're in the end of it, everybody's cheering and like people are watching, is because like, what out in the world is it like that you're cool with watching this for entertainment? So you have to kind of remember that. So like they were nervous, but you have to remember they were also very excited to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So their heads have to be implanted, like, like almost brainwashed to what the society is.
Yeah. And I want to say this before we go any further. It is in the description twice. This is a spoiler show. So if you have not watched the movie and you want to step out now watching the live or after, the pre, once it's, out there on the YouTube and all that other stuff, watch the movie and then come back, because it is worth the watch. It is well worth the watch. And it's to me, I mean, I don't like spoilers in general when I'm watching. Like, I'd rather see the movie, but this is one of those things where if you don't mind spoilers, this is one of those movies just to get the feels of everything. I feel you should definitely watch it before you read about it or hear about it. I'm not talking about reading the book. I'm just saying, like, reading comments and stuff about it or spoilers and all that. You should definitely watch this movie. Another thing I would say is, I know there's a lot of crazy shit going on in the world, but try to watch this movie with a clear head. Try to watch this movie when you're like not upset, not stressed, and all that other stuff, because this is
It's the future.
No. let's say it's not. Nobody wants that.
No, not at all. Not at all. But with that said, though, before we get into this, before we to really start discussing it, let's dive into early ratings. And James, what do you got for me, sir?
Really good movie. I'm going to give this a 9.
Okay. Mick?
I'm gonna say a 9 as well.
Gamer?
Yup.
9?
Yup.
I gave this movie a 10. Like I
knew you were going.
really like this movie, and we are going to be doing it again down the road on Popcorn and Pints with our Stephen King extravaganza we're doing. I forgot what we called it. I feel like we call it something different.
King-tastic Voyage.
King-tastic Voyage. It's like yeah, like the song.
Fantastic Voyage.
Yeah, Fantastic Voyage. Yeah,
That was a movie first.
I've never seen the movie, but no, and I had it on like as a rewatch / listen today. I wasn't really watching, but kind of listening to it. And there were certain parts in this movie to where when I heard it again, I'm like, oh shit. This is why this happened, or this is why, which we'll get into when we discuss it. For example, when Ray touched the gun, and then he explains why later on, like certain things like that were really stood out. Or I'm gonna bring this up at the end. Remember when Ray stopped, like the last time he stops, the first time I seen this, I didn't realize they said that was warning 3. Or this is your 3rd.
Yeah.
I don't remember but when I had it on again today, I was like, holy shit. That is deep.
They're slowing down. They're I think the other one was in warning too, wasn't he?
I think he was on his second though. Could
have been.
But that would have been his 3rd. So if he had stopped again, that would have been his 3rd. So
yeah.
That's why.
Oh yeah.
I keep wanting to call him Cooper because that's his real name. That's Philip Seymour Hoffman's son, Ray Garrity, or Garrity as I call him. But like all right. So if you mind me, can I just throw out the book real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
I read this book in high school and it fucked me up. And a big deal because, it was just that time where people were going into join the military and stuff. And then after 9/11, it got really scary to know that book. And this movie haunted me too. But they're both brilliantly done. This was fantastic. But my point with like the ending and kind of how it plays out with in terms of, I'm trying to like not give everything away. So like it kind of jumbles me up a little bit because I know it's a spoiler show, but there's so much in this movie that happens that's like really nuanced that I think people need to like kind of feel when they watch it. So I'm trying to avoid those. So please, I know I'm jumbled, but like I think I'm going to try and get there slowly. I want to think about what I say. And I almost just gave something away I don't want to.
So, to kind of help everybody out, we've been kind of vague the whole time. So let's start off with the premise at the beginning. Like Mick said, it's a dystopian America or whatnot. There's a piece of entertainment you can kind of associate to like the Hunger Games type situation where these group of young men have to go out and they have to walk. They have to maintain a certain pace. They can't touch the sidewalks or come off path, and they have to keep going. There is no end of the race. The last one standing is the last one standing. They are the winner, and they get a wish or something at the end, plus riches.
Money, and
they will never want for anything again, and they get one wish for sure. And that's similar to the book. The reason I got kind of caught up is because the ending of the book and the movie are different, still poignant. I think they both still are really work, especially for the time the book was written and versus the time the movie came out.
Mm-hmm.
And the additions to the movie, I think, really enhanced it too. But the ending of the movie, it's a different person. So for anybody who didn't read the book, I didn't want to give that away in the book.
That's fair.
You know what I'm saying? So like because like I know we can talk spoiler about the movie, but some people are really fickle about books.
No, I get that. That's fair. But this just,
I don't understand how they don't collapse with all that running. I mean, all that walking. There's sleeping walking.
Some of them did. Some of them
you gotta remember, quite a few did.
Oh my God. Can we? All right. I think we should just take this step by step. Let's take it each step at a time. How's it good? Literally step by step.
Yeah, just so much.
All right. So this kicks off. We see, if you don't mind me taking a
go ahead.
This kicks off, and you guys add whatever you want. The group is meeting at the starting point. Garrity is driving up with his mom, who wasn't in the book, which makes the scene later when you see her all that much more fucking
Touching.
hard.
Yeah.
Like it just kills you. But they line up. You could tell he's sort of like apprehensive, but the other kids are trying to keep in good spirits and stuff. They're really into it. This is the source of entertainment for this this country that we're in, this dystopian alternate future, or dictatorship, I should say. They kick off. They start walking. Chris explained the rules. I don't have to go over those, but like Sturdy and I were talking about this earlier when he watched the movie, and I want to see what you guys think as well. As they start walking, it's so optimistic. But when that kid, the Curly, the youngest kid who was 15, when he's the first one to die. And I was explaining to Sturdy, like that's the allegory for, kids tend to go optimistically into the military. And then they see something like that and it sticks with you forever. And that's why those endings, both endings, very similar, have sort of the same message being pushed in a way, that war sticks with you forever. The horrors will always stick with you, what you saw, especially losing brothers like that. So I thought they did that really well by picking the youngest in the group who lied to get there. Because in the movie, it's I think 13 to 16. And that's it. In the book. In the movie, it's 18.
Yeah.
And they have a cutoff, but I don't remember the cutoff that they said. But it's supposed to be kids younger as much as they can get. And he lies, and he's actually 15 instead of 18. And when his legs stop working and he falls to the ground, and they're all looking because they realize he's the first one, and it's like, oh, come on, get up. And they just, without remorse, fire one into his skull. And this kid is played by Jojo Rabbit, like this cute little kid from that movie. And like now it sets in. And I'd love to know what you guys think in that moment, because that first kill I think was so hard to watch.
It was, because I didn't expect him to die first. I thought he was going to be like one of those innocent, like they're going to try to help him out, build him up, like carrying him. Because knowing that he's 15, they're going to try to protect him.
That set the tone for that, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. So but when he got the first one to go, as soon as that trigger blew, I didn't expect them showing his fucking face getting blown off. I was like, God,
that was a prerequisite for this movie to get made. Stephen King said you cannot go easy on the death scenes. You this is important. You need to show it.
And he was absolutely right.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, that at that point I was hooked.
Yeah, I also think it's a good sort of like callback to the book for the first victim. And they're victims, they're children.
Yes,
I don't care if they call them contestants or whatever, but the first victim to have been 15 and within that age range, I can't even imagine what like you said, like you would think they would protect them. Not that they weren't trying to get them to go, but they didn't know. I don't think they fully comprehended what was going to happen.
What the ticket was.
Yeah, until that happened.
Same.
Everyone changes afterwards, though, don't they?
They go back home.
Tell me all of them didn't change afterwards, and then it was about that walk.
Oh, yeah. That's why shit got serious. They're like, oh, my fucking God.
That was like, we're in real shit right now.
This ain't no game. Right.
Because I remember not too long after that, when... What's his name? The asshole kid, Gary? When he stopped
No. The asshole kid's Barkovich.
Yeah, Gary Barkovich. When he went to stop to tie his shoe because he's like, or untie his shoe because he's like, I have a rock in my shoe or whatever. And they're like, warning 1, warning 2. They're like, yo, what are you doing? Come on, hurry up. Let's go. And then as he's catching up with that, he gets caught back up with the guys. He's like, sucks to be, whatever, you guys, I got to take a little break. And like, you're stupid. Now you have to wait 2 more hours before you get those 2 warnings. Or was it 2 hours or X amount of miles?
3 hours. 3 hours.
Every 3 hours got 1 warning away?
I think it was both, though. Wasn't there a certain amount of... Oh, no, it might have just been hours, but walk 3... I know walk 3 hours was one of them, yeah. Like, and then you can have 1 taken away. Oh, my God. Tell me... I don't want to skip ahead, and I'm happy to go back, but I have to talk about this scene because it's like the most chaotic, insane scene. But the first night, when it's like 4 a.m, and they have to get up the hill,
Yeah, that hill, that was crazy.
And
That
like
hill was
Garrity's
hell.
falling behind, and like it's just.
That's when everything kicked into like.
But like every 10 seconds, boom, boom, boom. You know, like
Yeah.
they cleared out like
they
25 kids.
Yeah, seriously, like 15 kids, I think, or some shit.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Nuts.
Yeah, I believe they said like 15 or 16 kids for that one night.
Mm.
Yeah.
And that's when Garrity, when they were walking up that hill, remember he started like sleepwalking because he was dreaming about his mother singing to him. And I forgot what song he said she was singing to him, but he was like, she hasn't sung that song in years. And I'm just like, this movie here, man, it's different. It's different because again, it really hits you. And for me, it's like I just took it as like, you think of it as like a brotherhood, like once, especially with the Four Musketeers, what they call themselves, the ones that, you know, the main four they showed a lot. Which I know they had like more than those four, and it's just like once you start seeing certain ones go down, like some of the main ones go down that they showed on screen a lot, you're just like, wow, like I wasn't expecting this now. And then it just hits you different because again, it feels like a brotherhood type of thing. And not that you feel a part of it, but you understand it in the sense of like that brotherhood or that close friendship to where, yeah, yes, you could say close friendship because this is like they made friends. They made some pretty good friends on this fucking journey. And then to see your close friends or your brothers go out like that, like right in front of your fucking face, and there's nothing you could do about it but keep walking.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot. Like that's a lot to fucking deal with. I'm like, holy shit. And I sitting here like watching, like just sitting here watching it. This is my last part of it. Just like sitting here watching it. So I was telling James earlier, I was like, yo, this isn't the type of movie where you can watch like where you're in the lab or like on your phone or like you don't want to miss anything because you want to feel everything. Like this type of movie I like, and I gave it a 10. I like these type of movies because they give you the feels of sadness, anger, some happy moments, like when they're having fun and, you know, they're kind of building the friendship stuff. Yeah, boom. That's it right there. That's exactly what this is with a great story.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate it.
Thanks,
Speaking of that marathon will be back up. YouTube took it down for whatever reason, but
I remember Toolkit. What's up? Welcome back.
I'll be doing some chopping up to like put it out episode for, you know, one movie at a time type of deal. So that'll be back, and we're in discussions for something, another franchise. That's all I'm saying, and I can't wait for it.
Much shorter one.
No, actually, there's one. No. There's 13 movies in that franchise, so it's one more movie. It's Halloween.
I know.
It's Halloween. I'm telling.
No.
Crazy. I'm too old. I can't do it, man. My body shuts down.
Listen. You could do parts of it. This isn't an I can't group. This is an I can group. Like Thomas the Tank Engine. We all go
not
up
anymore. You want to do this shit year after year. I'm getting older and older. I can't do this no more.
I don't want to hear any of that.
Fucking.
Well, we've learned from that, but let's get back to the long walk. And I know you had to say something, Mick. I just wanted to say that before I forgot.
No. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I just wanted to add again, and I know I'm kind of pushing it so much, but I do think it's important, especially with as many veterans as we see who have so much to deal with. Like this, I feel like this gives you a good insight into that. And like, I feel like when we talk to veterans and such more, a movie like this is poignant to remember because for people who didn't serve, this is going to be something to kind of at least have an understanding of like these men and women are going through some shit.
Yeah.
Like this is dark and anybody who has to deal with that, like it's hard, especially in a far off place where you can only trust the people who are near you.
Mm-hmm. And then just like, it's one thing if you don't survive this, but imagine being the one survivor after everything you've seen. And not only that, but 18 years old. In the book, you said they're between 13 and 60, but let's go by the movie. 18 years old. You see all of that. You make these friendships, you make these brotherhoods, and then it's like, it's all gone.
Mm-hmm.
It's all gone. That is wow.
Yeah.
But such a great movie. Like they did a really good job. I can't wait to I'm going to do the audiobook version, but I can't wait to listen to the book. But they did an excellent job with the movie. And I do have a question for you, Mick, because you did read the book. Which one did you like better?
I like them both. I read the book in high school. My son just read it too because he wants to watch this movie, because we're going to be redoing it on Popcorn and Pints again. But It's. I want to say I think the book is not. I know the book is a little more descriptive than the movie, but the movie really captures every feeling that you get in the book.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot more characters. King can go on tangents at times, and he was young, so like you're gonna enjoy it, but at the same time, it's like I think the movie reformed it in such a wonderful way where it still drives home all the same points, and you get to visualize the horrors that you're actually reading, and it works. It's a working thing. So I don't know that I have a favorite, honestly. I'm right now I'm leaning towards the movie.
Okay.
I mean, because I'm a movie guy. I love books, don't get me wrong, but I'm a movie guy, and my version of Garrity and McVries and them is not as good of an actor as David Johansen and Cooper Hoffman. So I'll give them the credit on this one.
Welcome in,
Granddad. How's
Granddad.
it going?
Hey, Granddad.
Speaking of the walk, so people, because we told now if you go under a certain speed of walking, you get warnings. They kill you. If you
in the book, it's 3 miles per hour. I don't know why they changed it.
It was 3 miles per hour in this too.
Oh, then it's 4. It's 3 in one and 4 in the other. So it is 4 in the book, because I remember thinking the book was actually a little bit harder because 4 miles per hour is a lot faster.
Yeah.
So they kill the people, but that's not all in it. They see these kids suffering. One was walking with a twisted ankle.
Oh my God.
That was crazy.
That kid. Well, you got to remember, some of the characters in this were combined. So, because there's 100 kids in the book, it's 2 from every state. So they combine personalities on some, and he's a combination of a few different personalities, but for the most part, that. But it's the most heartbreaking, because like when he's walking and it's nighttime and his leg is broken and infected, God, like it gut wrenching.
I'm telling you right now, he had that willpower. He was going as long as he can, walking on that fucking foot. A pain shooting in his body.
Yeah, that one. Oh, and poor Stebbins.
Yeah,
that guy. His whole life is training to be like in shape and ready to go, and like was ready for the walk, and just sick. The first time he ever caught a cold too. Like that's
he said like 10 years. Yep.
Yeah,
but I feel like with him though, because he was so like what's the word I'm looking for? He was kind of by himself, like secluded, and did it on his own, like secluded himself from like the group and stuff, where a lot of people were leaning on each other for that extra support, that extra, whatever they needed. They were kind of there helping each other out as much as they could, whatever they could. He was just kind of that kind of like, I got this, I've been training for this. And then he finally just broke down. Like his body just physically broke down.
Mm-hmm.
And we find out he's the major's son.
Yeah, he is in the book too. That's his sole motivation. But in the book, he doesn't have a relationship with the major. The major's also not in it as much in the book as he is in the movie. Like he kind of goes off and does his thing, and then comes back every once in a while to kind of like spruce him up or whatever. Get him like motivated.
I feel you on that, Chad, with the tearing up. Like my eyes got watery a few times during this, because I'm just like, this is just.
Agreed. Me
again,
too.
once you start learning about the characters more, that's when it really started to like. I'm like, holy shit.
It was
holy
good
shit!
build on the personalities of everybody.
No,
like the build up, like connecting.
And then, I know they went by numbers. Number 5, Berkowitz, when he was messing with the one kid because of his name, the kid started trying to attack him and then falls and skins his face.
Oh my God!
Then he felt guilty the rest of the fucking way
because they kept calling him
eating at him.
Because you know what it was that really got to him, because he kept talking shit and they just started calling him a killer. He's like, "Don't call me that." And that really ate at him. That really ate at him.
That's what Barkovich's downfall ultimately was.
Yeah.
He thought he could talk him out, and the first one getting killed because of him and then calling him murderer just completely dismantled his. He was still able to go on because he was trying to do that false bravado even harder, but he was, from that point, he was just guilt-ridden. That's what ultimately did it, was his undoing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing is, okay, so real quick, kind of thrown off with the movie with him. He said right to Pete. It's Pete, right? Yeah. Says to Pete, he goes, "I got a plan for you." It never happened. I thought he was going to try to like stab him or something, so he drops and loses. But nothing happened. I was like, "That's weird."
But
I thought when he started getting all buddy there, when the guilt was really getting to him, I thought that's when something was going to happen. And I was not expecting him to kill himself.
No.
Well, I think it's important, like for something like that, where when it comes down to like that type of drama, like, yeah, we have people picking on each other, but this was not a movie based in that guy's a killer, we got to watch out for him. This really feels like different walks of life all over the country coming into the military together, and it's just butting heads in a lot of times. And when accidents like that happen, you're not only seeing the idea that, okay, this guy's method was cruel, got somebody killed, but when you oust him because of it, and you're all still in this thing and he has to be there, you have to watch that man die. He commits suicide because you guys were pissed off and going after him. And I think that's a good sort of like connection to the two deaths, is like, if they hadn't goaded him, maybe like, all right, calm down, or like been that mad at him, he probably could have kept going. And why not do that for somebody when you're all on a death march? It's weird. It was good weird, but it's just one of those things that really played out well.
I feel like, though, a part of it, which T, just to answer your question, no, we didn't do this one tonight. That's more for like marathon type of things. But still join the Discord, because we still have some fun in there with movies and stuff, and I'm gonna start using it a little bit more.
Yeah, Harvard Sturdy Discord. Join down below.
Yeah,
I think he's asking so he can join up.
Oh yeah, Hopper. Yeah, it's in there. It's in the description. And with Berkowitz, though, before he took himself out, remember how they were talking about doing something for, what was his name?
Oh,
Olsen's wife.
Doing something
for Olsen's wife. Like, if you win, well, you do, like, you don't, even if you just give her some money or whatever. And he was the only one that wasn't asked by Pete, and he got upset about that.
He felt hurt. Yeah.
So then Garrity started talking to him, and it was like, yeah, I'll talk to Pete, blah blah blah. And then he went and talked to him. Pete, they pretty much included him then. And then after the, few steps later, he's like, I know what I got to do, and he just like ran in front of them and took whatever he had out of his pocket and stabbed himself in the neck a few times, and then just dropped to the ground.
I think it was the back of a spoon, the handle of a spoon.
Crazy.
And they were trying to tell. They didn't run up and stop him. They're like, "Yo, what are you doing? Don't do it." But it's just, he broke.
Yeah.
He broke. I feel. One.
Yeah, that was crazy.
With shits. Yeah.
When he was shitting himself while walking.
With the diarrhea.
And then he ended up getting taken out because he had the shit. And so with the Berkowitz thing, though, I feel like it was the guilt, and then I feel like it was like not being included, and then maybe finally being included and accepted. And he was like, I'm not going to make it anyway, and I don't want them to take me out. So that's what I got from it. I could be wrong, but that's kind of what I got from that whole kind of situation there. But shit, man. Shit.
How wild is it how broke is this country in terms of like the impoverished, which seems like it's pretty much everybody but the elites. How broke do you have to be to say, yeah, I'll go on a death walk? No problem. I'll make it. Yeah. It's like, what? You're 150.
I know. It's and the crazy thing about it, though, is like how, because it's saying you're going to get whatever you want. You're going to get all the riches and stuff you want. So it's like, if you can afford to do that, you can afford to just help everybody instead of giving this money to one person.
I mean, I think he was on the right path when his original wish was he wanted two people. I mean, what happens if you wish for the long walk to never be done again?
You can't. It's part of it. You can't wish for them. You can't you can't take things out. Like you can't change established things.
You could have made it a tradition where every year the winner that the wish has to be now
or
5
change
people.
every like 4 years,
people,
like the Olympics.
6 people.
No.
6 people survive. 7 people survive. It just keeps going down the line.
I just want to point out to Sturdy because it's such a poignant detail that that really represents today. Yes, Sturdy. They do have all that money. Why can't they distribute it more?
Greed,
like
power.
It's not really a question for you, Sturdy.
No, I know. I'm just saying.
Oh, because they need islands and stuff. That's right.
Yeah.
Or
mixed up.
well, that's those people. They could have that. But or the winners distribute the money. Or the winner, I don't know if they could do this or not. What if it's like, my wish is to share these riches with everybody?
Agree, Jed.
Then what?
But by the time, you mean the country?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think they get rich. I don't think they get that rich.
No, they will never want for anything.
Yeah.
But they will never want for anything. You get one wish, and you can ask. But like that's another thing we have to talk about with this movie. What does it look like? What happens to McVrees after shooting the colonel? Just because he won,
that's
doesn't mean he survived.
Wait, they just let him walk away?
You know, like what is like if it's his wish, because he didn't wish to kill the colonel.
Yeah, his wish was for the gun.
Yeah. So like, are they going to hold that against? Like, because this is an authoritarian system.
I like to think it's like Vegas. What happens there stays there.
I didn't get that because everything just disappeared and he was just walking to nothingness. I think they killed him already, and that's just his like the Field of Dreams type situation.
I thought he was a goddamn guardian angel the whole movie, honestly. He came out of nowhere at the back the first time to help save the kid, you know what I mean? And then he was just there again, and then just there again. And I get his whole companionship and being lonely his whole life, trekking a hard life, but I got that feeling.
I love this movie the way it is. I mean, it's a 9 for me, so it's hard to argue with what they made, but I like that idea. Like, I like that at the end, like Garrity stops or something and is like, "It's all for you, Pete." And like he turns around or something, and he's just like, "I was here for you." And then like he's not there and he won. But that's not what this movie is.
That would be wild.
That would be an interesting one.
It would. If they did that, it'd be crazy.
That's like a Hunger Games type of scenario. I think that would happen.
Yeah.
But I like that a lot. That would be a cool addition.
That is. And Chad, I agree with you. I do want to see more Cooper Hoffman and David Johnson.
They want to see more of them together. They became friends on this to the point where they're like, we think we're like once in a generation friends who would make great, like Ben Affleck and Matt Damon. I'm like, do it. That would be great.
I would love it. And I'm gonna say yes. I'm hoping for horror, but just just really good movies in general.
This is what's his name's second horror film, David Johansen. He was in Alien Romulus.
Nice.
He's the best part of Alien Romulus.
Nice.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, you guys haven't seen it? Oh, I can't wait.
I haven't.
I did. Was that last year or the year before last?
2 years ago, I think.
Okay.
Maybe 2024, but I thought it was 2023.
I'm not huge on the Alien series.
I like them.
My dad was. Forget about it.
I'm not caught up on them.
Well, it's been fun.
Yeah.
No, I
come from good stock. I said my dad was.
He did say that.
Are you Puerto Rican?
Oh shit!
How is he an alien?
He loves sci-fi.
Oh, I went the wrong way with that one.
Yeah, you did.
Wrong type of alien, Mick.
Well, I mean, at least I know Puerto Ricans are actually American, unlike some people.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Shout out to Bad Bunny.
That is good stuff. I love the alien movies. And we're covering them on the Scene Snobs for the next 3 months.
What's fucked up about this too? Because let's talk about the promises. They made that deal about the family.
Oh, I
But
think.
and the one that's like the religious one where he said, "Can
Yeah.
you give this to my grandmother?" And he puts
Yeah.
it on him. I was like, "Oh shit! Someone's gonna win. They're actually gonna do that. It's gonna be like a Forrest Gump thing, taking care of Bubba's family and all that, right?"
But
Nah, they didn't even
did he
think
make
about that. The dude was wearing the necklace. He didn't like take it off and go, "No, you take it and give it to his grandmother. You win," or something like that. But they just had it where he was like, "I'm done," and boom, and the necklace just lays there. Like no one got their wish. No one in this movie got their wish.
But you got to think about that situation though, James. Like where it comes to that part where it's just Peter and Garrity at the end, where Garrity stops. Peter is so distraught and so broken that he finally has a family member. He finally has a brother and someone that actually cares about him and someone to care about him. And then he sees him get taken out right in front of him. So everything else is like, you know what I mean? Everything else is out the window. He actually did Garrity's wish by taking out the general, the major, whatever the fuck he was, which I'm happy that happened. And then he just walked away. He was like, I want that gun. He's like, no, I want his gun so I can give it to my children. And then took him out and just walked away. So that part of the necklace, he probably wasn't even thinking about it. It's just because it's right there, like boom, right in your face. Right in your face. And when I can't think of his name right now off the top. Baker, when he goes out, the sad part about it is, remember, again, most of the time they look back and watch him. He was like, listen, guys, do me a favor. Do not watch. Please don't watch me.
Yeah.
Please don't watch me. Promise you won't watch me.
When the Indian kid went, he said, fuck it. Grabbed the army dude's gun, shot him, turns around, shooting at them. He didn't take out the driver. He didn't take out the gunman on top of the vehicle. I'm like, what? You could have took them out, took the vehicle and jetted. They would have had to chase you or something.
Because he got the gun, they are already aiming at him. He killed the one, but that's why he got shot twice in the stomach or something.
Yeah, but he had all that time to turn at them, shoot at them, wait for them to respond, and then get shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I thought it was going to turn some Rambo shit too. I thought they were going to take everybody out.
Sorry, I play a lot of Grand Theft Auto.
You know what's funny? When I watched this movie, Chris, I thought of you with that kid. I was like, I don't know what it was. It was the hair. No, it wasn't just the hair. It was. I could see you in a situation like this, like going out that way. I was like, Chris would do that.
I'll get 75% done, and then be like, whatever.
I'm not saying that you would like do that, but I'm saying if you were forced to go out in a way. Right,
like I said, I'm taking out as many as I can.
I feel like it's more complimentary. But I do one thing I think that detracted in the movie a little bit from the book, because the whole thing with the father is not really there, so you don't see it. Well, with the colonel isn't that boogeyman to Garrity in the book, is more so what I mean, and I think adding the colonel in there and adding this like aspect of it, not that it was bad, I liked it, but for some reason, like having that scene felt like it was more forced to like mirror today, and I didn't it felt like it was a little bit out of, I don't know, maybe like it felt like out of place a little bit. Like we're not getting a behind the scenes on anyone other than what they're talking about, but we're getting it. And I feel like it was to drive a point home about the authoritarianism and to connect the colonel, but I really don't think you needed to.
Yeah.
I think two reasons. One was because of his wish, what he wanted to do at the end, and then two, I'll say the baseball, how he wanted to take out the general at the end, and there was something else. And because like how you talk about his father was a good man, and it was about morals. It was about his morals, this, that, and the third. And I feel like just seeing those certain things, and he was the hometown. He was a hometown kid he was the only person from there. And because I remember Pete mentioned it, because I remember at one point they were talking about how tough it was for everybody, how it was harder for me, harder for him. And then Pete was like, no, it's harder. The hardest for him because he lives here. This is his home.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel all that with his father kind of just drives it in, you know what I mean? Kind of really drills it in more than everyone else. And I feel that's why they kind of gave him more of that background thing and kind of showed his background more than anyone else.
Yo, as soon as he
and then
seen
him
his
just
mother,
seeing his
when he
mom
broke.
didn't affect just him; it affected everybody. You know what I mean? For that short minute there.
But and I agree. And like again, I'm not saying the movie's bad because of it. I'm kind of more thinking outside the box of it. Because the only thing about that for me is like it felt unnatural. Like, okay, they killed your father. You want revenge more than you want to take care of your mother?
Yeah.
Like I just like that felt out of place, especially when they catch up later and he sees her. Like I was like, why would he ever join this out of revenge? Because like how is this revenge? You don't know if you're gonna make it. You're determined, but
that's why he was apologizing to her.
Yeah, we said mom was
No,
wrong.
no. But I think it's maybe because they were 18. Not that an 18-year-old doesn't make dumb decisions. We know they do. But that feels like a 13-year-old move. Like, I'm mad. He killed my father. I want to get revenge. And then not thinking joins.
I mean, I could see that at any age, though, depending on the relationship with that parent.
You know what it is? I think it's because it's an allegory for joining the military. And why would you join the military if your father got killed by the military? You know, I think that's I think where it detracts from me. I needed to talk it out. I appreciate it. But again, not that it was bad. I like it, but that was it. I was, it was just one of those things that kind of.
And I wasn't a big fan of Mark Hamill's acting in this. It was too stale. It's like he just isn't like, come on, Mac, like just a normal drill sergeant. But I don't know.
Well, he's supposed to be nice because this is. The country looks at this as entertainment. It looks at this as like a civil service to entertain the country. So he's trying to be like, good on you, boys. It's the complete antithesis of these boys are being shot in the head and they're smiling in their faces. Because you're not getting screamed at by a drill sergeant when you're out and your platoon leaders there, your sergeants, your lieutenants. And I'm only speaking from, things I've heard, read, and seen. But it's not natural to have a drill sergeant there because the drill sergeant's there trying to teach you when you're in basic.
Teal, appreciate you stopping in. Hope to see you more in here, but thanks for stopping in and greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, this is one of those movies. This is one of the better movies I've seen in a while. Not including as far. Let me rephrase. This is one of the better movies I've seen in a while as far as a first time watch.
Chad,
appreciate it,
Joker. I appreciate that. I'm just saying,
Enjoy
I didn't
the
like
movie.
the character in this. I thought it was just too boring. Like he's too bland.
He didn't feel like a sadistic colonel with a smile. He felt like a guy who goes home at night, puts his hat on his ring, and like this is his job, but he's like generally like loves his family and stuff like that. Like I didn't even get as Stebbins' father because like he was nice to him.
Yeah, it was weird. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I didn't like it.
But I don't think that works for Mark Hamill because Sturdy and I were talking about this earlier. Mark Hamill he's very cartoonish because he does so many voices. So anything you see him in, it's almost too pleasant.
Yeah.
But not pleasant for this. Like you can take a character who's always pleasant all the time and put them in a role like this, and it's unsettling. He wasn't unsettling. It just seemed like he wasn't the right fit.
I could see,
but I love seeing him still. I
didn't like him, not him as an actor. I'm just saying him in this movie. I did not like the Major at all, but I do see what you're saying. And so, what actor would you replace him with, Mick, if you could?
Oh shit! I dropped everything.
I'll bring Major Payne.
You honestly, I mean, it can't happen now, but I think he would have been perfect. Before his illness, Bruce Willis.
Oh yeah,
because he can be very like he was always very good with like a little bit of a coy smile, but he could be a badass. You can hear like, oh, this dude will threaten me.
Mel Gibson.
No,
I was gonna say maybe Batista. Honestly, if one of the new ones because of what I just saw in Wrecking Crew,
he'd be very scary. But yeah.
Like in Wrecking Crew and in that movie he did where he goes up in the house and he's trying, like, he's got to kill the family or whatever. He's got to give the curse over or whatever.
Was it like Knock Knock Right.
You guys are going to hate this one, but I think it would be because I think he could be very jovial while being stoically standing there and
You
almost.
better not say Nicolas Cage.
No.
Oh, thank God.
Well, no. John Cena.
Mm.
Oh, he's Mr. Army. In a
Michael
way.
Keaton.
Oh, Keaton would just be great and everything.
Yeah,
you want to put Keaton in there? I'm
James
good.
McAvoy.
I think he's too young. Like he's older now. And,
baby face, right?
Phil McAvoy?
no,
Yeah, he
McAvoy
doesn't seem as like.
Yeah, I don't know that I could see him in that. Plus, he's too English.
Morgan Freeman.
Jack Lemmon.
Morgan Freeman's gonna make you feel too damn comfortable.
Why don't you? Yeah, he'd make him fall asleep. Talking to him like
They all be done by mile 1.
Isn't it a nice walk we're on, boys? The one to tap out. They told him to tap out. No, but as an actor, I don't mind him. Yeah, I know that was just an idea, but it doesn't have to be. Again, I'm not taking away from Mark Hamill. And if Mark Hamill's in it, I love it. Like he's great, and I didn't dislike him in this. But like, so many Stephen King adaptations came out last year, and he was in another one called The Life of Chuck, and I'm like, that's a Mark Hamill. Like this fits Mark Hamill. He can kind of be a grumpy grandfather, but he's also like a really loving grandfather. I don't know. That's how that's my Luke Skywalker at old age. What am I? Leave me alone.
Granddad's got it.
Oh man.
That's true.
Oh man. Okay. Okay, so where are we at now with this?
Well, what are some scenes that like I'm trying to think back on? Well, first off, we got to talk about the mom scene.
Yeah,
like we kind of glossed over it. Like that was gut wrenching.
Gut wrenching is an understatement to where he sees her. You know, he kind of waves and then he runs back to her and is like, "Mom, I'm sorry." And she was like, No. She was telling him, do not step off the pavement because you step off the pavement. That's it. There's no warnings. That's it. And I love how Pete went over there and just pulled him. He's like, not here. At the very, like, pretty much if you're going to die, not here in front of your mother because that will destroy her.
Yep.
Like, she already seen her husband murdered in front of her.
Yep.
Now her child, she would probably take herself out. Honestly, that would destroy her. But see like how he ran back there, he broke down. I believe that was after he kicked his boots off too, because the bottom of his one boot was burned out. So you got to see it as from the mother's point of view, a parent's point of view, seeing your child walk through this, seeing your child in physical pain, seeing your child exhausted with no shoes on, bloody socks.
Mom, go buy some boots. Meet him down the line.
But again, you only have X amount of time to put your new boots on. Yes, it would help.
Oh, and he was on 3. That's right.
Yeah. So
you can slide into Crocs real easy. Throw some Crocs in the middle of the road.
You think Mom was placed there as a plant due to the organizers? Like, or do you think Mom would have maybe, if it was her choice, been out of the way in the cut out of sight to see her boy on that day? You know what I mean? Was that a boy from them to try to get him to step on? You know,
I don't think so. I don't think they play those games in this because it would have. I think it would have come more often. I really do think they have this handoff approach because they realize they'll just walk till they die or they'll fuck up.
Yeah, they don't cheat. There's like we already got what we want. That we know what's going to happen.
Because remember, they're always out in the open, and anyone can watch at any time because this is entertainment. So I feel like if they broke the rules, that would be a major problem with this. Like you don't want to disrupt like now, like how everything's being disrupted and we're getting pissed. Like you don't want to do that to the people already living in it, you know, because it's been around for 50, 60, whatever years. I only say to add to that, I think the mom showed up to see him thinking it would be a source of, you know, motivation.
Yeah.
Not realizing, like Sturdy said, with everything he's been through and where he's been, like, I think they're both coming from a place where it like his was real after the first shot. Hers was real when they were about to shoot him.
Right.
You know, she knew that because she's an adult and she can discern it better. But I think it was like more or less like it was real. It's her son. Like I saw my husband, now it's my son. There's a difference there, of course. So I think we can all agree.
Oh, and fuck yeah.
And yeah, I think that's, and McVee's grabbing him was just like, it was a beautiful poetic moment that would just like really touches you, and like that friendship to be able to be like, not here, like that really control the situation. We got to go. And just how far they come. Cause in the book, Garrity's got a girlfriend or something. It's either McFreeze or Garrity. I can't remember. And like, they're going to meet their girlfriend. And when he sees her, is like, it shocks. So I think that this was supposed to be that add on to it.
Okay.
You know, like, this is what happened here.
You know what scene I want to talk about really quick is when the kid got ran over by the tank.
Yo.
That was wild.
Yo.
That was nuts.
Yep.
Crushed his lower body and fucking.
And they were still giving him warnings. Like, he could get up
Yeah,
and go.
they're like he's going to get up and walk.
Dude, but that's the thing. I think I think that's the cruelty that they allow to, like, to Chris, your point, they follow the rules to such a degree that, yeah, we'll still shoot him if he doesn't get up. But we're also not going to sway off the road. We're all on the road at all times, you know, this vehicle. So he's there. You know, it's like, it's that cruelty that's being accepted just because, like, it's part of the rules, you know?
And shit,
I love
Olsen.
that point. Thank you.
Olsen with his gum. Remember when his gum, he's like, listen, when my gum is gone, I'm going to be done. And he takes his gum out of his mouth. And then what did he say? What did he say? I did this wrong, or I did it wrong. I did it wrong. Oh my God. And they shot him in the stomach just to have him bleed out, just to have him suffer. I was like, wow. Wow. Because Baker, remember when Baker ran back to try to help him, and they ran back and grabbed Baker, like, yo, Baker, let's go. There's nothing we can do. Come on, let's go. And I'm just like, these are some sick fucks.
Well, after that, they did shoot him in the head.
Yeah, but it's still playing with your food, and it's like, in a way, and I don't want to simplify it in that way, but it is, and it adds that these kids who are being praised by this colonel are being fucked with. You know, they don't care. Like, they do not care about them, but they're going to motivate them because the walk is what matters. This is what keeps people entertained and stop asking questions. You know, and that's such a fucking important point.
What about the scene where the dude ran out of the water and he tells the military guy, number 47 or whatever, I forgot his number, to give him the thing, and he look at him, he's like, no, look at me. Because he was like, look at who you're killing. Because the soldier just turned away, like, right away, like, I don't want to connect.
Yep. And then you have to look at it that way. He was following orders. Like, there's so many nuances in this movie that fit perfectly to kind of tear down authoritarianism. And I think that's why it was so stamped out last year. Like, fans like us want to see horror, so we're automatically attracted to anything horror. Me, I was also a fan of the books, and I'm sure there's millions of fans of the book who probably didn't hear enough that this was coming out. It was an indie film. It really didn't have any major stars at the time, more up-and-coming stars. And it came out in September, you know, which is getting out of the summer movie months and stuff. And you're not in October yet. So, and it's a hard movie. So, like, even if the horror fans are going to watch this thinking it's a horror film, and let's be real, most horror fans, especially the ones that do this, like what we're doing, aren't like you guys. They're not watching the foreign films like you guys do that are like from Indonesia from 1967. You know, like, you guys really do watch some really niche horror for the love of horror, not for the love of the 80s, you know, that sort of vibe.
Yeah.
Or the surface horror fans. So a surface horror fan, which fair, but you do know movies. So I chalk it up to me too, you know, like, but a surface horror fan is going to go see this movie and not realize it's more drama.
Yeah.
You know, but it's horrific because it's realistic shit.
Yeah.
It's important though.
Yeah, and it was, and in a crazy way, because of everything that happens in it, it was done so beautiful. You know what I mean? Like, it told the story so, and I don't mean it was a beautiful story. I don't mean that by any means, but it told the story so beautiful to where it's just like, I can't turn my head. I got to see this. I want to see who survives. I want to see who I need to be mad at. I want to see who, like, I mean, you want everybody to survive, obviously, but it's like, what the fuck? Like, this is wild. And then you think about, because you mentioned how the soldiers are just taking orders. It's like, How do you take these kind of orders?
It's like what happened today.
Every day.
Yeah, I know.
No, but like, and I'm not trying to pick on you. I know you know this, but Nuremberg, that's what it was. Every one of the Nazis that was on trial, their only defense was I was following orders, because they thought that's what everybody would understand, is that we were just following orders. But the fact of the matter is, your cruelty was on point, and that's what they're doing now. You know, I'm not trying to. It's hard to not make it political in today's world when this movie very much mirrors so many of the things happening, because it's in the playbook. You know, it's in every playbook of authoritarianism. So every time I say it, and I might be comparing it today, but it's the same with every authoritarian regime ever. It is exactly, this represents all of them. It's the same in every single one. That's why they can be toppled, especially from the beginning if we do it right. But what was it after the Alex Preddy shooting and Renee Good shooting, and when all the backlash really kicked up after Preddy? What was Kristi Noem after she got in trouble for it? I was just doing what I was told from Mr. Miller and the president. I was following orders, and that's never a valid defense.
And you saying that though, Mick, that's, and between what's going on in the world now, that's another thing that I feel like makes this movie better, one, and like makes it hit so much fucking harder, because you're just like, there's a lot of wild shit going on. Not The Long Walk, of course, but there's a lot of wild, crazy, sad, bad shit going on. And we're living through it, and we're seeing it, we're hearing it. And then it's like, now you're seeing this movie. It's different. It's authoritarian, like you said, and all that. It's a different type of way, but it's still like shit that should not be happening.
It's a different face. It's not a different way. It's just a different face. All the playbook is the same. Remember, this book was written in 1977.
True.
Right.
Talking about the American government then.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and then there's the reoccurring undertone throughout this whole thing, from them talking about how this all starts, how his dad's history, this guy's situation with how he's had to walk through all the struggle outside of it, and this was his last choice, he felt like, as well. So I think I can win it. Let's try. Let me try to at least see if I can get two people to win. The recurring undertone is the cycle just continues. Everything just keeps going the same way it is. Even at the end of this movie, we get a fadeaway, but if you stop to think about it, it's just gonna happen again.
Which is that is more so what the book ending is about. Again, I don't want to ruin that. It is different. Still sort of touching on the same points, but like, it is just different how they play it out. And to add to that point too, like it's going to stay this way until it's stopped. And that's the key, what they're trying to say. Like, do you want, because it will always stay this way if you let it. And because this entertainment kept us, like, all this stuff. And I think that is so poignant. And like, I'm sorry that this was missed by so many, especially at a time when it was important to see. Yeah,
like this is something I do feel like a lot of people, I won't say everybody, because this is one of those movies, again, I don't feel it's for everybody. I mean, you can say about any movie, but this is definitely one of those ones that's not for everybody, because there's a lot of people that just won't be able to handle it with the stuff that goes on in it. But I do feel it is worth the film. It is worth checking this movie out, because this is a really, really, really good movie. Like, it's all things considered, it is a really good movie.
It is, but it was an independent production. They still have backing for distribution and for production and distribution. Companies still have independent channels and revenues, like Lionsgate especially. And Lionsgate is sort of an independent. It's not one of the top studios. It's just in conjunction with. Regardless, I want to point out three things real quick, because I know I've talked a lot, but one, Judy Greer's performance. That woman is if not the best character actress ever. She's, and I always love seeing her in every, and even in like Halloween Ends, or Kills rather. I was like, I didn't like that movie, but I a little bit, but she was great in it and all those movies. So like seeing her in this, like, she deserves like horror icon status in my opinion. Now also to kind of like to your point, like with this, like, I think this is a good story for people to watch. And even though it's hard and it sits with you, so many armed service members who serve and they do it to protect this country. We're not going to take that away from them. They are.
No, absolutely. not.
No matter how the higher ups run things or what they do, those men and women are serving, for us and serving the Constitution. And I love that. And I appreciate that. But when they go to war, I've watched brothers, I've watched family members, I've watched friends come back from the war, and I saw how it affected them and what it did to them, and it changes them. And this movie, I think, really captures that gaze and that thing that sort of million mile stare, like they've saw, they're traumatic. They have PTSD. And I think that watching this needs to make us call for something. I don't want to call it deprogramming, because I feel like that's a dumb use. But when they are looking to transition out, we need to help these soldiers have everything at their whim, no matter what it is, to get out, help them find jobs they're looking for, help them find whatever they need, housing. We should not just say, you're out, here's your money, get GI Bill. We should do everything we can for them. They deserve it when they're out there fighting for us. No matter the cause, like I said, you can argue wars, but you shouldn't argue the men and women who fight in them for freedom.
Agreed.
And we should be doing everything from the moment they sign to the moment they are happily living and like for the rest of their lives can do what they need to do, because they earned it and they deserve it.
I agree with you 1,000%, 1,000,000% on that. On top of that, I'll say when they come back, they should have a house that they don't have to pay for. They should have everything.
It used to be like that.
Yeah,
they used to get land. They used to get a house.
They deserve that. They deserve that, because it's like they did all this.
Recondition. Yes, thank you, Grandizer.
Yes. There you go. Which mental health or therapy, all that stuff, because I could only imagine. I can't imagine, but you know what I mean. I mean, like if you use this movie as an
these
example,
people going through shit. The processes with the VA is fucking ridiculous. No matter what step you're going through, like you're making people who are dizzy already more dizzy. Like it's stupid. Just because you want to wait it out, and man, come on.
Well, I think it's important to point out too, Chris, that for all the faults or however you feel about Joe Biden, the work he did to build the VA out, and especially my wife being a veteran, she goes to the VA for a lot of things when she needs them. It was running really well. It wasn't perfect. It had its issues and it needed to build off of that but it was running well, and they were helpful, and they were stocked. This regime, as I'll call it, has dismantled VA in a hard way, firing doctors, nurses, everybody who's trying to help. And one of the first things I hope that's built back up, because they need it, is the VA, because this is just disgusting.
And hire more people who understand the military lifestyle, or actually have the skills needed, who have gone through it, because they understand, hey, let's help these people. Not, they're a number and a paycheck. Is the insurance?
They're not useless. You trained them. You know they're not useless.
Yeah,
they can do so many amazing things, and they're smart.
Our medical professionals in the military are among the highest rated in the world. They can go anywhere in the world and get their fucking medical degree off of their military training. Yet for some reason, we don't hire them to also take care of the vets after the fact.
No.
Makes zero sense. And really quick to answer your question, Grandizer, Judy Greer, she played Miss Garrity in this movie.
Yeah, she was. Oh my God, I love her. She's one of my favorite actors, and everything she's in, like even if it's a bad movie, she was in Cursed. She was the evil werewolf in Cursed, and I'll tell you what, I loved her in it. She gave the finger as the werewolf. It was great.
Oh man,
what about the scene? Because we're talking about PTSD and all that stuff. They try to avoid the kids for seeing that one kid getting shot. He's like, get out of here. Don't look.
No. Yeah, go. You don't want to see this.
And the soldiers didn't even care. Shoot them right in front of those kids. They don't give a fuck.
And the kids didn't care. That's another nuanced thing, is like, this has been going on for a long time, where like these guys who don't grow up along this route have never seen this walk before. They didn't know what to expect. So now with these kids who grew up on this route, and have probably seen this quite a bit over the years. Parents may be bringing them there to see it. It's it's just, they don't care. They're desensitized to it. They are the locals in a war setting.
I was going to say it's desensitized, conditioned to where this, and then it's like this. It's like I hate to put it like this, but it's like this is their, just because it's the weekend coming up, this is their Super Bowl. Like everybody has to see this. Like you don't want to miss this.
Mhm.
If you're on the trail of the long walk, like, being able to see it from your house,
Or fireworks.
watch it. It's just fuck.
Sorry, go.
I had just realized while you guys were saying that, and you said this was originally a book from the 70s or whatnot, and the feel of the military presence in this, I was like, it felt very Vietnam War, very not zero fucks given. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Napalm, women, children, kids. Like, and I was like, oh yeah, that's kind of where this comes from then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and that's great. I'm glad you point that out, because if you think about it too, like if you think about a movie where it really comes down to like rebels versus a big empire, right? Most famous probably being Star Wars. George Lucas is on point as saying is like, when has America since the Revolutionary War been the underdog? You know, so like it's, you know, he's like, when I wrote that, they were the empire and the Viet Cong were the rebels. You know, because they saw what was going on, and the truth there, and it's crazy that, you know, I have that tattooed on my arm. You know, like the rebels like reached me, and that's in like we always come from this underdog standpoint, and like that's what I love about this movie too is they're all sort of an underdog here, and they know it because there is no real win. They're gonna die, like that's it. Yeah. Like they go, like what does that do if all four of us are going somewhere and we choose to go, and we know there's no coming back home except for one of us. You know, like that's a heavy deal. Like at least like when you're going off to war, you don't really know if you're going to die. You know,
you have a chance. With this, it's like it's just one.
Yeah, Granddad. There wasn't really like a Cold War feel. It was more. It kind of felt like an event made out of the commemoration of a war event that happened, and they want to keep it relevant and keep reminding people of the hardship gone through or whatnot. That's kind of what it felt like.
Ho Chi Minh Trail, yeah. March to Death.
It's like, man, this movie was, and the crazy thing, like I know we're doing it again for Popcorn and Pints, and I'm excited to watch this movie again because I feel like I know we're doing it on a different show, and I know we'll have our other co-host with us, Starts from a Bar, Chris. But I feel like it's gonna be a different conversation because it'll be I'll say my second real full-time watching. I kind of did like a watch listen earlier, but like my second full-time watching it, and after sitting with it, and by then I'll have already listened to the book, and I'm just, oh man. I'm glad. I'm so happy that it hit me the way it did, though. Like I'm so happy that this movie was as good as it was, and like the acting was, to me, it was phenomenal. This is one of those films. If you had bad acting in it, it would have been terrible because you wouldn't be able to tell this story with bad actors.
It's such an emotionally driven movie. Yeah.
You know what? I want to point out the two best actors in this movie are McReese and Garrity. And again, I'm going to point out Cooper Hoffman, who played Garrity, is Philip Seymour Hoffman's son. Rest in peace. Probably one of the greatest actors to ever live. And he definitely, his son has that. And it's so, and knowing David Johansen, I was excited to see this, A, because I love the book, and B, because David Johansen really impresses me in the movies he's been in. He's fantastic. He is going to be an actor that stands out, and he deserves it. And in this movie, I think that proves that. But the two of them together really brought the performances out in everyone.
Yeah,
you could tell. Like it was really well done.
I definitely want to see more of their work. Grandize, I know Mick said the ending was different, so he didn't want to spoil that. The age of the kids were different.
I can tell you sort of things like it's a different person who wins. The colonel stuff with the major or colonel, I can't remember.
Major.
I kept calling him colonel all the time. The major stuff, you know, like with the gun and everything, it's not there. And a few other, and like they combine some characters in this because there's 100 kids in the book, and so a little deviations here and there, but for the most part, it's pretty spot on.
Yeah.
You will still feel it if you read the book.
Highly recommend this movie, though. Grandize, I know you said you wanted to check it out. I know it's on Stars if you have that. It may be on Prime and stuff to rent, but it is on the Stars app. And again, yes, this is one of those movies to where I don't know anything about the Grammys and all that, so I don't know if this has a chance to win. I don't know when, or they have to go with the ones that just not the Grammys, the Oscars. Sorry, the Grammys just passed. That's why I said that. I don't watch any of the award shit, but I don't know. But this movie should win some awards. If it's possible for this movie to win awards, this movie should win some awards.
It's not nominated for anything.
That's
How?
cool.
How? Who the? All right. Who's on that
in
fucking
charge?
committee?
Who's in charge? All right, I'm not trying to be a dick, and it's definitely not conspiracy theories because they're there. The theories are facts now. And
yeah.
Also, I know, this is a Hollywood conspiracy theory. It's true. No, who runs Hollywood? Who are they friends with?
That's true.
They don't want an authoritarian movie on there, just the same as they don't want black films in there, just the same as they don't want horror films in there, just the same as they don't. And I'm not trying to be racist or a dick or anything, and I'm not making light of it.
No.
That's what they do.
I was like, and this one's got a lead. Half the lead is also.
It's why
It's
16 nominations went to Sinners, and if they don't give it to it, it's just going to be the same as they do all the time. We're going to give it a lot of nominations, going to win one or two.
Mm.
Because that's what they do, because it's the elite. Celebrities need to be shut down. All this shit is just ridiculous. Like, whatever happened to actors? In this movie they exist, but they're not getting recognized. But then I can go to the fucking movie theater, and what did I just watch? Exactly. You know what I mean? Like, what was it? Oh, well, Send Help was actually pretty good. Independent film as well. I love Sam Raimi, so it's hard to argue. But that's not my point. My point is I'm tired of the celebrity culture, and it's the executive culture, and it's all of that's tied in all this other bullshit. That we got this influencers, and we don't have real actors, and that's what. And even when we do have a movie like this, and it's beautiful. And its performances are amazing. And it does have 2 stars in it. Like, Judy Greer is in major motion pictures. It's not like she's a slouch, and Mark Hamill, not to mention David Johansen coming off a win, like, what are you doing? Like, this should have been marketed like crazy.
Yes.
And they spent nothing on it. But The Running Man?
Yeah. Speaking of
fun, it was like Wrecking Crew fun, but it wasn't like, but I like Edgar Wright, and it was probably his weakest.
Did you see that there's this he's another content creator. I forgot what type of videos and stuff, video gaming and stuff like that he was doing initially. Now he went and did a movie. It's called Iron Lung. It's out.
Yeah.
And it's been doing really well.
Too.
And he no notoriety or nothing yet. How is he in the top? You know what I mean? Of the charts. It's like, holy shit.
Here's why. And he's proving.
Of course, it proves it.
Well, you can get your own following. Mm-hmm. You can build your audience like we're doing, right? Mm-hmm. And then you can make your things. Like, honestly, if the Scene Snobs ever took off and I have like a following, of course I'll make movies. I'd go back to a passion like, hey guys.
But what I'm saying is, even if it's good, like his is getting good praise and it's making numbers in the box office, yet they're not saying that, and they're not even putting them up in conversations or nothing.
But that's the beauty of this. I'm glad you point this out, because again, support indie film. Go out to the theater and see it. I did see it. A full review is coming out, but my quick review's out. And sorry, cheap plug. But it was it's one of those things where, like, there's this guy who's never acted before. He wrote, directed, produced, and starred in this movie that only has like 3 people that you see. Only 2 of them talk, and he's one of them. And it's one set. He's in a submarine. And it's all based on a video game I've never heard of. The story just seems interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Although it drags at times, and I'm not trying to bring it down or anything, but like, although it drags at times because it was a 2-hour film and it's one guy, it's hard to maintain that. I never didn't want to continue. Mm-hmm. It never dragged enough for me to be like, I'm not interested, which some movies have done when they go too long. Mm-hmm. He did. It looks good. It sounds good. Some of the acting choices, because he's directing it, because he's starring it, and it's his first time ever, I can see why they're questionable. But I will tell you, the biggest compliment I can give him as a filmmaker is I want to see more movies from him.
That's awesome.
He did a good job, and not an astounding. He did a good job, and I wish him all the best, because I think this movie is going to grow by word of mouth and get out there, because he's going to be supported by other content creators, because he built this, and they're going to see what he's willing to put out.
Exactly why I wanted to mention it.
You great. I'm so glad you did. Support indie film.
Yes.
Hey,
Definitely
Grandizer,
support
I got a website for you. Don't worry about the cheapo TV.
Yeah, Grandizer, join the Discord, and James will shoot you a message with ways to see stuff.
Yep.
Support indie film. Go see it. Rent this. This is an indie film.
You can't run it. I tried to find it. It won't let you run it. Where can you run it?
I don't know. It's on the thing. I guess Stars might have. No, it's on. You can rent it everywhere. It says it. It's rental.
It is on
everywhere.
Stars, but I don't know if it's on like Prime or all that stuff. I'm not.
Oh, you're talking about this one? I thought you were talking about Iron Lung.
This is an indie film. I would say rent it to support. Now I know money's tight. That's why I'm saying don't go spend it on the big shit. But but like this or like that Iron Lung, like they need that, and we should support that.
Yeah, this is again this is an important film. I'll say this is a very important film.
Sorry,
get it, check it out. I'm happy I watched this movie, and again, I can't wait to see these guys in more films. I can't wait to see these guys in more films because this was one of those. This was definitely one of those.
Mm-hmm.
But holy
Almost
shit,
a perfect for me. Almost a perfect for me.
Yeah, this definitely got a 10. There's definitely got a 10 for me. And before I pull the wheel up, does anybody have anything else they want to say about the movie, or do you guys want to change your scores at all?
I'm staying with the 9.
I'll give it a 9.5.
9.5.
I still think there's certain things that kind of won't make it a perfect movie for me, but I can't argue because I had 5 out of 5 films last year. That's unprecedented in the last like 25, 26 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's insane.
No, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Oh, it's in theaters where you're at?
Yeah, go see it.
Wow, go check it out.
It's going to come out in more theaters. It's getting big word of mouth. They had to put them back on the box office list. Like, you can't hide it. And the fact that they're trying to hide it shows where Hollywood's at. And I love it. Embrace the content creators like us who actually know what the hell we're talking about, what we want to do, and like work with it. Instead of seeing like, I don't know, some of these grifters out there that get to go to all the premieres. I'm not even saying I want to go to a premiere. I'd rather watch it from home, but they get to go to the premieres and they don't understand what the movie is. They're just bigging it up because they're basically cheerleaders.
Yeah.
Be a critic. Fuck.
Yeah, we'll give you the truth. And the truth is this movie's phenomenal. It's amazing. I love this movie. Mm-hmm. I can't wait to see it again. And yeah, check out Iron Lung though. Check out Iron Lung when you get a chance to.
One of the top movies I've seen this year so far.
Again, it went up against Send Help.
I never seen that
Raimi film. It just came out last week. That was really good. There's been some good movies that have come out this year so far.
Mm-hmm.
So catch up. I forgot. Well, Send Help is a horror movie too, so it's like Raimi returning to sort of his roots.
Nice. Raimi returning to his roots. Nice.
Movie for next week.
About to pull that up now. Pull this wheel up now, James.
Yeah, Grandizer. Don't let him take the glasses off. It'll be like the CSI guy.
It's going to be regular glasses.
You're going to go watch
it. Yeah.
Movie,
All right, let's see what we got.
So you guys want to go listen to a Jay-Z album?
No, I don't like Jay-Z.
I don't think the world is very big on Jay-Z right now.
And I knew the reason. I had that. I think.
How about some Pusha T?
Who?
Pusha T and Jay-Z are on the list.
Who's Pusha T?
They're in the files. I don't know, a rapper. I've heard him. I just don't remember. I'm not doing music though.
Mick, did you do a Send Help this week or last week?
I did send. I didn't do my full review.
Oh shit, him.
Okay. Him.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. I like this one. I mean, it's goofy, but I liked it.
A couple weeks ago.
Oh, you watched it?
Yeah, I saw it a couple weeks ago.
I've never seen
it. Let's talk about it next week.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll be watching him next week over here on Horror Research 30. It's gonna be a good time. I haven't seen it yet, but
nope.
I will by next week. I will by next week. But everybody that's here that was watching during the live, thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it.
Thank you.
Anybody that's going to be doing it for a rewatch later on, thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it. Make sure you check out Fade Theory. Make sure you check out the Scene Snobs. Make sure you check out Worst Damn Gamer Ever. Make sure you check out Popcorn and Pints. Make sure you check out Stories from My Bar. I know he's not here, but he's a part of the team. Of course, make sure you check out
Oh, Ambassador Radio, our boy Trevor.
Ambassador Radio. Yes. Make sure you check out Trevor and Horror Research 30. Horror Research 30. We'll be here next week, 8 o'clock Eastern Time. With that said, I'll see you in your nightmares. Peace.
They make me come back.